Cardboard is the cure for brain rot. Let's watch. Oh, it's a slow start there.
Critical thinking is at an all-time low. Face-to-face socialization has been declining for decades, and traditional hobbies are being replaced by passive, brain-numbing activities. Over the last few months, I have consumed a lot of content about the decline of society, and it got me thinking about my own life.
The decline of society. I thought she was gonna say, oh, I consume a lot of brain rot. And I was about to hear like a lot of like vocal steams. But yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened to me.
I choose to spend my time on and who I choose to spend it with. And as someone who has historically chosen my phone over pretty much any activity you can think of, what I found scared me. Obviously, a lot of this content had suggestions
3 steps to fix your attention span. Starting the year with broken brain, we ask experts how you can get your focus back. Oh, jingle, jingle, jingle. Chat, jingle, jingle, jingle. This is actually important. Chat, this is actually important.
For reclaiming your brain, getting your time back, and recovering your life from big tech.
I want to take the rest of this video to go through some really specific tips that the research points to as ways that we can manage our boredom.
More people, myself included, are going one step further and deleting these apps outright.
I want to get my life back, and I feel like the only way to do this is to break up with the internet.
I've decided to basically quit social media.
No Instagram, no TikTok, no Twitter, nothing.
I don't have social media. I'm better than you. I'm frolicking in the woods.
I turned off notifications.
Dude, I can't, dude. This is so funny. Like, it's an addiction, right? I understand that sometimes it is like any other addiction. So I'm sure there is ways to do it. Obviously, it's not easy. And we obviously see the videos of people saying that they are quitting, but they are not actually like quitting, obviously. And they could say that it lasts a day. It's like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to the gym, right? Tomorrow I'm going to start gym and I'm going to go every day, or not every day, like 3 times a week or something. And then it becomes 2 times and then 1, and then they just stop completely. Happens because it's really hard. It's not a simple thing. It requires like actual serious treatment. Yeah, an addiction to the new thing at your literal fingertips. Yeah, exactly. It's like so accessible. Yeah, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to eating healthy food. That's so funny.
For every app on my phone, restricted scrolling, scheduled slow time, and made an effort to reply to messages and reach out to friends. And that's when I realized that one of the activities I spent the most time on, for hours every day when I had the time to give, I'd been forgetting about. Something that made me think critically, memorize, and learn. Something that forced me to socialize face-to-face with others. And something that, by all definitions, is a hobby. I'd forgotten about trading card games.
Scary. Socializing with people. Well, that's the thing that I don't do. I don't do that. Like, card game for me right now is kind of like online, and I don't see the other person at all. I only see a name, which is usually in Japanese for some reason. And that's the only interaction I have. This is why I need to play paper. Wow, this actually, going to these places looks so fun, honestly.
I am by no means saying that playing trading card games, in my case playing Flesh and Blood, will solve all of your problems. It certainly won't solve all of society's problems. But what it can do is improve your life in 3 pillars: thinking, socialization, and hobbies. If you feel
Thinking, scary. Hello, young maker, welcome.
Like people are getting dumber, you're not alone. Every generation thinks that the kids these days are addicted to their phones or the TV or the radio or books or their stone tablets. But this
Stone tablets. Oh, this is a thing that I've noticed recently, that a lot of my friends my age are all the time saying like, oh yeah, this generation is like messed up. Like, yeah, it's so over. Like, yeah, and I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, our parents, our like seniors, they said the same thing about us, and look at us. And look at us, right? I like, stop, please, right? Like, I feel like we're always like exaggerating this, and they always say like, no, this time is actually real. This time is actually for real. They don't know how to turn a PC on. They don't know what a control and alt and the keys on the PC are and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, we also don't know how to use like stupid things like pagers. I don't know. I don't even know what they are, or like stuff like that, right? Just another Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, no, we are the good ones, right? The previous generation was bad, and everyone thinks the same. So don't fall for that. For those Gen Zers in the chat, don't feel bad. It's always gonna be like that. You're always gonna see the next generation and be like, oh yeah, they are messed up because they don't know the things. No, it's the kids who are wrong. Yeah, I don't actually believe that. I don't actually believe that. We are the good ones till the next 40 years, till we start, well, back in my day. No, that's the thing. Like, people are already doing that. People are already saying like, oh yeah, back in my day, things were like this and this and this, and they were like better, right? I don't know. What's an example right now? I don't know. They say like that the kids show right now, the kids shows are so dumb now and blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? We also used to watch stupid bullshit. I don't know. Anyways.
This time, things are different. In the 1980s, New Zealand researcher James R. Flynn identified a consistent rise in IQ scores across the world throughout the 20th century. This became known as the Flynn effect and was initially interpreted as evidence of humanity getting smarter. But by the 1990s, the trend reversed, and it continued to get worse. An analysis of over 394,000 scores on intelligence tests taken between 2006 and 2018 showed that IQs had fallen in logic and vocabulary.
Wait, I'm dumb? Is it actually a thing? Is it actually a proven thing that has been studied and researched? Oh.
Computation and mathematics, and visual problem solving and analogies. At the same time, in 2018, a separate Pew Research study found that only 26% of Americans could reliably distinguish fact from opinion in written text. I mean,
what? What? Is that not like common sense? Question mark? Back in my day, I was able to normal summon 3 blue eyes first turn without rebuting when I was... That, you know what's the funny part? That was never true. That was never true. Wow. Yeah, we have had shown that people's ability to speak, explain their thoughts, understand socialization, and so on. Huh. Common sense is rarely common. Like, there was once a time where TV and music was the devil's artwork, from what I understand. Yeah, like listening to music already was like something messed up, right? Like, just music was like, oh no, that's gonna ruin everything. I actually saw a video about it not long ago that was saying that listening to like jazz and stuff like that was like messing with people's brain, and I'm like, dude, what?
Obviously, if I say now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button, that's fact, right? And if you're thinking that the culprit behind our inability to think critically, and in many cases to think at all, might just be the glowing evil manipulation machine in your pocket, then you'd probably be right. The trend of people across the board finding it more difficult to concentrate, losing their ability to reason, and becoming unable to problem solve started around the mid-2010s, taking a noticeable leap during the pandemic. Our dependence on digital devices makes it harder to function at all without them. Quick dopamine hits from social media and 30-second videos have replaced deep reading and problem solving.
I need my dopamine hits. I am addicted. I cannot function like a person. Chat, also, if I struggle to read something, that's because English is not my first language, not because I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm very smart in Spanish, actually. So, just so you know.
I'm not going to go on about how we're actually getting dumber this time for any longer. And I've linked all the articles and research I'm going to talk about down in the description. So I'll leave this section with the fact that Oxford University Press's word of the year in 2024 was brainrot. I think that speaks for itself. So, our phones are sucking our attention, manipulating us into wasting our lives scrolling through garbage that we can't even remember, and destroying not just our brains, but the younger generation's brains as well. Awesome! But the main takeaway is, actually using your brain as often as possible is more important now than it ever has been. A study conducted by the Cognitive Development Lab at the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that trading card games can enhance executive functions, including working memory and cognitive flexibility.
I'm scared, like if this is a thing that only works if you play it in actual cardboard, in actual paper, because I would have to do that. I don't know. It probably will help to have kids not. It probably will help to have kids not get that drug hit of using the internet very young. I can agree with that logic. You have to teach kids patience, and that's hard when you give them an iPad watching Cocomelon at the touch of a button. Is Cocomelon still a thing right now? I know it used to be a thing before, but is it still a thing? Helping them by teaching them memory games and playing games does help. Yeah, like problem solving games, like puzzles and stuff, maybe. I was watching South Park and the Slim Shady Show when I was 5. Wow.
Further research confirms that engaging in strategic games, such as trading card games, can improve cognitive abilities like problem solving, critical thinking, and memory retention. This anecdotal evidence from a Reddit thread, asking users how trading card games improve their lives, found that people truly saw an improvement in their critical thinking, the way they not only learned things but also explained and taught things to others, their logical thinking, and their planning and memory. And it's not just for us veteran players either. One study done on the effects of the Pokemon TCG on kids explained that the way it demands a mastery of complex knowledge and active interaction is totally unique when compared to other children's toys. The study went on to state that schools have even run programs that encourage collectible card game or trading card game play to foster analytical development skills. If you play
Wow, back in my day, that thing was of the devil, and you know, we couldn't have that because because we were in Catholic schools and they took it away from us. And also, best case scenario, it was promoting gambling, so they took them away from us. They what is the word where they like take it and they keep it? Confiscation. Yeah, they confiscated our cards. Yes. Something religion. Yes. Confiscated. Yeah. Our cards get confiscated. A lot of stuff in online versions of the card games is automized because it's automized. You're so right. Yeah, also banned because of the stealing each other cards. Yeah, so true. I think kids can be allowed to watch almost anything if their parents will be responsible. Well, I don't know if anything. I remember copying the Yu-Gi-Oh! Of We Will Bet Our Rarest Card. Yeah, that kind of ruined everything.
Trading card games, then you've probably experienced this. If not consciously, then definitely subconsciously.
I said
when
almost.
You construct deck
yeah, I guess.
after deck, you start to calculate value faster, remember what cards do faster, and remember deck building conventions incredibly quickly. Whether you're playing a difficult matchup and have to analyze all the tiny things that are happening on the board, what your opponent is doing, what their win con is, what their strategy is, and reconcile it with your own gameplay, or when you're trying to figure out what decks are best situated to win the next tournament and how you should respond. The complexity of gameplay, deck building, and the ever-changing meta
You start learning the Pokemon stock market. That's so funny.
The game requires players to constantly think critically, analyze probabilities, and adapt to their strategies. When I'm talking with my friends or other players about professional Flesh and Blood players, the conversation always seems to land on how smart they are. And I imagine it's the same for fans of Magic or Pokemon or any other trading card game. But even if you're not a professional, the thinking that TCGs push you to do is much more than you would do on an average day, scrolling.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, you have balls there? You have like cups? With the cards in there? That's dangerous. Don't do that. You can mess up your cards. Those things are expensive. I wouldn't be able to do this. Like, I don't know. At least, I don't know. This is definitely Japan. Well, I don't think that that makes any difference here. Oh my god.
Thinking that TCGs push you to do is much more than you would do on an average day, scrolling, playing mobile games, or just hanging around. But the way we think isn't the only thing our digital addiction is slowly destroying. Today, we're meant to be more connected than ever. Technology and social media were sold to us as ways to make the world more open and connected.
The path forward is to bring people together, not push people apart, to connect more, not less. We are one global community.
To allow ourselves to socialize, meet people, and interact with others in a way we had never previously had the ability to do. But instead of that dream, social media has polarized us, made it
Okay, I'm gonna say something controversial. To be fair, like I am completely disconnected from my country right now. Sometimes I pass like weeks without interacting with a person from my country in a meaningful way, right? Obviously I go to the store and I buy stuff, right? But I don't have conversations with people. But I also feel more connected to actual friends that have similar values with me, that just live in different countries, which I honestly feel more what is the word? More fulfilling, I guess. Not, but I also have friends here, obviously, right? It's just like sometimes we talk only online. I don't know what to tell you. But I can understand. Like I actually don't have conversations with people like in person because I cannot leave. Weird.
Possible to find common ground, flooded our feed with information that solidifies our own opinions and makes everyone else our enemy. Time spent socializing in person has decreased by nearly 70% over 2 decades for young people, and approximately half of US adults report feeling loneliness. In 2023, the US Surgeon General issued an advisory calling attention to the importance of social connection for individual and community health, well-being, and the significant consequences that arise when social connection is lacking. The data
I was having fun discussing topics to Japanese, Russian, Portuguese, and Spanish people online on Twitter recently. Yeah, Twitter has recently started pushing like tweets from people in different languages, and then the comment is always that guy looking at the phone with translation thing. That is so funny, and it has opened like so many new type of tweets that I haven't seen before. yeah. Also, I don't think helps my view on the internet is it feels like trying constantly to push negative content to your face. I mean, you can just, ignore it if you don't want it. I don't know. Meanwhile, I don't really do much interacting otherwise to people IRL, except when going to locals because I am working otherwise. So true.
showed
Oh,
that
hello, Bill. Yeah, we already chose the suggestions for this stream, but you can suggest something for the next one.
lacking social connection can increase the risk for premature death as much as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. One of the reasons that face-to-face social connection has decreased is the lack of third spaces. The term originates from sociologist Ray Oldenburg's book, The Great Good Place, published in 1989.
Yeah, you need his work, home, and the third place, which is the bar, right? You go to the bar, that's the third place. We talk about suggestions after each video, don't worry.
If your first space is your home, your second space is your work, then Oldenburg writes that you need a third space, somewhere that everyone can hang out, that serves an important community building function. These have historically been informal, distinctive public gathering spaces where everyone can get to know everyone else, talk about what they do for work, share their cultural backgrounds, and chat about what they like to do for fun. But in our modern, digitized world, we don't get this luxury. Things that used to be cheap and easy to access are now expensive. Going to a roller skating rink or to a restaurant to grab a drink and chill will cost you $50 if you're lucky. The cost of access to third places for many is prohibitive.
Yeah. I'm a broke chud. I don't have money to go to third places. I cannot go hang out with people. It's so hard.
The stereotype, and I'm sure the experience for many, was that teens head to the mall to chill, grab a soda, but mostly just hang out. In 2025, US mall closures saw a 67% increase. According to NBC, US movie ticket sales are down 46% compared to 21 years ago. When I look at the price of seeing a movie in my local theater, I understand why. Stellar Jung writes that this is just one of the 3 reasons behind the decrease in third spaces. Alongside rising costs, Jung says that the online world has become a replacement for the physical one, and that physical spaces such as malls are being shuttered. The accessible spaces that we have left are the ones that must be protected at all costs. Trading card game events, such as armories, game nights, standard battles, leagues, or nexus nights, bring people with common interests together.
Was this a commercial for what exactly?
Regardless of their backgrounds or experiences. Flesh and Blood creator James White stated that
so our mission statement is to bring people together in the flesh and blood through the common language of playing great games. It's all about the people. It's about the people coming together, and we always talk to this point. Everything that we do, all the decisions orbit around that mission statement, and our fan base understand what we stand for, and that is really critical.
Studies found that one of the most fun and motivating aspects of trading card games is community. The social interaction that comes from getting together to jam games has been described as fulfilling the need for belongingness and fostering the formation of friendships and communities. In fact, one study found that over 80% of players consider these games central to their social identity, with
this video feels like an ad for me to actually go outside. Dang, I really need money. Yes, I have watched the Yugioh vs. Weevil video. It's on my channel. You can look it up. I remember the early video games being penny munchers. Oh yeah, the arcade. Yeah, the arcade was a thing too. Yeah, and there was always like some guy that was better than everyone else. And yeah, it was a whole thing. Yeah, I remember that. No, but there, I used to do that. I used to go to those places, but yeah, I don't know. ¿Qué pasa, hombre? Hello, hello. Go and touch grass, broke people type of video. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, right? There is cheaper ways to do this. It's just like, I don't know. We gotta make Pepper play at locals, dude. I would love to. It's complicated. It's complicated.
Community is providing a strong sense of belonging. For kids playing the Pokemon TCG, a study found that being able to continue to participate in the literate culture that is trading card games required the ongoing learning of literate practices associated with not only problem solving, analyzing, and strategizing, but arguably more importantly, discussing, challenging each other, and constantly exchanging ideas with one another. Even further, the social interaction involved in playing trading card games has been proven to promote communication skills, teamwork, and sportsmanship. If trading card games provide the common ground to connect on, and the platform for players to interact, compete, and trade, then local game stores form the heart of these communities.
Oh, yeah, sounds so cool. Sounds like the coolest place ever, honestly. Yes, do a TCG stream. No, that's the thing. It wouldn't have to be a stream. I can do a TCG stream, right? I have cards here, but what am I supposed to do with those cards? I will have to bring someone here that actually plays. And then the idea is to go socialize at the store. Remember the arcade cabinets made the AI cheat and study your moves to win just to have someone else. Oh my god, dude. I remember even saying kids learning English language structure from being able to read Yu-Gi-Oh cards will actually help with studying. Yeah, that sounds correct. That sounds correct. Playing Pokemon? No. Collecting Pokemon? Yes. So true. So true. Hell, Kaiba's Duel Academy really does make sense as a full academy. Yeah, yeah.
We call local game stores, they function as like community hubs where people, the common interest is playing the game, that is the common language, but they serve as these community centers where people can come together and make new friendships outside of work. I often talk about the third place, like people need a third place. If you have home, you have work, and then typically people have a third place. For some it's the gym, for some it's church, for some it might be the pub or the sports club or whatever. For gamers, tangible tabletop gamers, it's your local game store.
One game can
I do play board games with my friends. That's the thing that I do. Every time that we hang out, which is like every 2 months, like we hang out in person because everyone has a job, everyone is like married or whatever. Not me, obviously. we gather and we play board games, and dude, this is the most fun that I have in person, right? Playing board games with my friends, but they don't play card games like this. Would be fun if that was the case, but they are not into that. Yeah, I know you can play TCG on Discord. I know there's a huge community for that. I just don't. I tried it with viewers. I tried it with friends, and it's just not for me. It just doesn't seem right. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. I really tried it. I tried it a few times. I had fun, but it's just like it's like I don't know. It's too awkward. I cannot grab the opponent's cards and stuff. Feels weird. It's just not for me. It's just not the vibe that I'm looking for. I played in person a few times and I enjoy it way more. But I know it's like good to have the option, but you know. Same, I don't feel comfortable on Discord. See, that's what I mean.
Hobbies blogger John Kill wrote in a blog post, "For many hobbies and communities, the local store isn't a transactional place, it's a social hangout. The community is beating heart, where people meet up, play games, swap stories, and make friends." User Rob says, "I spent all summer hanging out at that store, playing Magic and talking to the locals. I was fluent in Italian by the end of my first summer, largely because I spent several hours a day talking to Italians and picking up the language through cards. Playing at the local shop was a massive part of how I made friends in Italy and learned the language. And the store gave us the tables, space, and terrain to do all of that." User Elor added, "Without a centrally located establishment for people to meet and mingle, you'll definitely miss out on what might very well turn out to be lifelong friends." I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without my local game stores in Auckland. When I started playing Flesh and Blood, the local community was so incredibly helpful, telling me about all the different heroes, lending or even giving me cards when the prices stopped me from upgrading my deck, and being so patient and helpful when I was just learning. When I was in China—
So I need to address the elephant in the room. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. It's hard for me to play in person because I have this nasty habit of tuning out the combo. Tuning out the combo? What? Nothing is worse than when your opponent grabs my starlight aggressively. Ooh, see, that's what I mean. Also, I'm that kind of guy to just want to play with Asian English cards and likely get denied. One of the card shops I go to is also a social place where you can rent board games. Oh, that sounds amazing. You see families coming with their kids. What? Like grandpa and grandma coming. That's awesome. That sounds really cool. Don't forget you can also flex your rarest card while playing. Yeah, obviously I have so many rare cards I can flex. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Crispy Applesauce. Welcome. Yeah, when I came, a dude gave me a full runic core out of the game. I've been sunning out. Oh, sunning out. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that seems like you can have. I'm sure people are used to those kind of stuff right there. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Oops.
I spent many nights in a game store where people would teach me how to antagonize my opponents in Chinese, show me how to play the game, and give me heaps of delivery food recommendations. One night I stayed so late that I missed the last metro, and the game store owner actually dropped me off at the university campus. Shout out to Kai because he's a legend. This was one of the only ways I got to make actual connections with locals that I saw on a regular basis, rather than just meeting people once or twice who were already in my social circle. In the end, we even got hot pot together and played Magic in a random hotel room that we had to sneak into because more than one person at a time wasn't allowed in the rooms. I have made so many amazing, genuine friendships with people from so many different cities, with different backgrounds, different jobs, and tons of different life experiences than I would have ever met had I not found connections at my local game store. And I know this is the experience of almost everybody who plays in-person games and goes to these stores. They are an incredibly valuable community resource and a third space that we should put effort into retaining. In case I haven't made it clear enough, Go to your local game store, and if you can, encourage others to as well. Because the number of people that actively engage in hobbies is shrinking. This is one of the biggest victims of the screen epidemic. I am sure you have noticed that people are just more boring now. And I'm not criticizing because I've been there too. In fact, while I was writing the script for this exact video, I found myself more than once looking at Instagram Reels on my phone and couldn't even remember opening it up. Screens are addictive, cheap, require zero skill to use, and are always right there in your pocket. For me, the effort of lugging around yarn, knitting needles, accessories, and everything I need, or trudging around with a giant book, or even moving to the other room, setting up my keyboard, mouse, computer, and opening up Minecraft are too much effort for the reward of the actual hobby. It's much easier to just keep watching TikToks on my phone. One study shows that people check their phones an average of 144 times a day. According to 1NZ, some Kiwis even check their phone up to 50 times an hour. We are addicted, and with all the time we spend on our phones, how can we make time for hobbies? When you can have unlimited dopamine, the secrets of the universe, and more entertainment that you know what to do with, why would you stop? But it's not just our phones that are causing the decline of traditional hobbies. The rising cost of living is forcing people to reassess their relationship with money and look.
That's it for me, chat. That's it for me. That's it for me. Like, it's like, I honestly, yeah. It takes too much effort to take a whole day of work, right? I mean, I'm privileged in a way that I have a job that I can choose my own times, but still it's like hard, you know? Hello, Exa, welcome. It's still hard to get a whole day to do things. Yeah, the phone and the internet is cheap entertainment as well. Yeah, exactly. Like, I already need my phone and my internet for work, right? Like, I'm not paying extra. It's like, it's there. I guess no job is easy after all. No job, like, if you don't have a job, how do you buying cards, right? Like, it's still hard.
For ways to maximize their earning potential. You may know this better as hustle culture. If you aren't selling a knitting course, making content about reading, or getting ad revenue off your Minecraft gameplay, then scram because you're wasting your potential. You're losing money, you're unproductive, you're lazy, and it's your fault that you're poor. Obviously, this isn't what I believe, but it is true that people are increasingly expected to take the things they love and turn them into a secondary source of income.
Yes!
This toxic grind set isn't our fault either. The cost of living continues to rise faster than wages, and unemployment is getting worse. It's kind of hard to just live your life at the moment, and hobbies are the first thing to go. If you're looking for—
Are you even making money, bro? What are you doing? Why are you not in that grind set?
For a hobby that's actively growing, that has a dedicated place you can go and play in almost every single country worldwide, and that has many diverse, friendly, and welcoming communities almost anywhere you go, well, you found it. Trading card game sales overall grew by 35% in 2025, and the market is projected to grow from 9.2 billion in 2026 to almost 17 billion by 2035.
Jesus.
Playing trading card games at a local game store or even in your friend's kitchen is something you can do regularly.
Wait, what is this? This is from Monto, okay.
Something that's exciting and fun, something that requires skill and you can tangibly improve at, and something that brings joy to your life. In fact, one study showed that people who have hobbies are more likely to have lower blood pressure, lower cortisol, and lower levels of depression.
Okay, whatever.
What makes a hobby so exciting is you get to have this default thing that makes you happy. I know that the biggest criticism you're probably thinking about right now is that it's a bit rich to be shilling trading card games in the same breath I talk about the cost of living crisis.
My gosh, she's reading my mind.
That's valid, I get it. But Flesh and Blood has Silver Age, where a deck will run you around $20 US, or nothing if you're willing to dig through a lot of bulk. Magic has Pauper, Lorcana, Pokemon, and One Piece have unofficial and community-led budget formats. And although I've only experienced this in Flesh and Blood, trading card game communities are more than likely to help you out when you're trying to get cards.
There's even Flesh and Blood players that are offering whole decks of cards to newcomers to the game to try and get them into it, right? They're all becoming mates online, which is awesome.
Many veteran gamers bring spare decks to their regular game nights in order to help new players find out what kind of playstyle they like and learn the game with a deck that's the same power level as everyone else's. For half the price of your average modern board game, you can play, compete in, and enjoy trading card games. Yeah.
I know, chat. I know you can get the legendary modern decks, which is also like $30, I think. And you can get like the whole... You can get basically a competitive deck, right? People have won tournaments with that, right? Or top tournaments, not one, I think. I don't know. But yeah, basically you get like 3 extra cards, I think. Like, I think it's like Vision, I think. And you get already like a proper deck, so you can do it.
Yes, if you want to play competitively, then you might have to invest in a very expensive constructed deck. But that's not what this video is about. It's about using your brain, getting together with others face to face, and having a good time. Regardless of where you go, how often you have free time, how much you know, and what you have, I can almost guarantee that you will find a place at your local game store. So whoever you are and wherever you are, if you have ever had an interest in trading card games, which I assume you would have or you wouldn't have clicked on this video, now is a better time than ever to head on down to your local game store and find your community. I'm not saying that trading card games will solve the world's problems. In fact, far from it. But in the age where we're losing our minds to AI and our phones, we're increasingly less connected and have more polarized worldviews. And when hobbies are being replaced by hustle culture and scrolling, maybe trading card games do have a place in making the world better. Today's tea is spiced chai. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Chai tea. Honestly, a really good video, really good video. I understand everything, makes sense, you know. I'm subscribing because I really like this type of videos. Really awesome. Even though this is about it's about card games in general, right? I know the creator is more focusing on other thing than the Yu-Gi-Oh, but it still applies to Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. Even the cheap part, it also applies there. To me, the issue is to get the time and to get it's mostly time, right? It's mostly the time because it's like, I guess I could buy the legendary modern deck, but it's just like the time that I have to invest in that. Also, the transport is a whole thing here. Yeah. It's very convincing. Soon we see Pepper in locals every day. No, that is never gonna be possible. Well, maybe one day, right? When I grow enough as a content creator and I can start like actually making money, we can do that. That's why you have to like this video, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so I can get a sponsorship and then I can use it to pay for my for my bills, so I can quit my day job and actually go to locals. Yeah, you know what to do, chat. You know what to do. So yeah. That's the video. I'm pretty sure I already said everything.